Hello, I'm Dr. Rohan Krishnan, and welcome to Medical Dialogues Presents Health Perspective. Today, we are going to discuss one of the most hot topic which is going on in this country, that is the NEET PG entrance examination and its deferment and its postponement from March 5th March to May. So for this, we have in the elite panel, I have with me Dr. Sunil Kumar, who is the former Director General Health Services, Government of India, and who is also working in the Safdarjung Hospital. And I have Dr. Lakshya Mittal, who is pursuing his MD General Surgery and who has complained and who has written to Medical Dialogues to work for the NEET PG postponement issue, to raise the issue of these doctors. Along with this, I have Dr. Sakshi, who is an NEET PG aspirant, and she's the National General Secretary of Indian Medical Association Medical Students Network. Welcome to all our esteemed guest. Sir, I would like to start with you. Sir, why every year the NEET PG examination comes under this scanner of being postponed, of being having difficulties in conducting the examination? Every year the same story is happening.
Well, good evening and thank you very much, Dr. Rohan and all other participants. First of all, let me compliment Dr. Rohan for having started a wonderful work which uh, he, as the team member, is doing with many other members in the form of. So, allow me to compliment you uh,
Thank you, sir.
actually for the first time in a forum. Um, Now, with respect to your question, I think it is extremely sad. I'll be very brief and precise so that others can also participate. It is extremely sad that these things are happening again and again, and the reasons may be multiple. But I think it is basically a managerial problem. I do not think that these things are not manageable. These things are very much manageable with the correct approach. We need to sit down one day and find out as to where we go wrong again and again and sort the things out well in advance so that the country does not suffer. So our the students do not suffer. Our aspirants who are young and are under already under the tremendous pressure for performing, for doing well, for taking so much of stress of COVID, etc., etc., so that they are not stressed too much. Like already their studies suffer quite a lot. So I feel that it needs to be analyzed and sorted out in a scientific manner so that these things do not happen. People don't have to go to the court again and again, and the examinations are conducted in a in a very surgical manner, so that we get the next the batches rolling on without the country getting suffered, and also the medicos getting suffered. The medicos equally suffer.
Exactly, sir. Even I feel that every year we want to bring back the normalcy by conducting the exam as soon as possible. But an entrance exam has two parts. One part is of conduction of the examination, whereas the second part is about getting the
Counseling.
counseling done and the
Counseling.
students getting
Yes.
entered into the seats. That's the whole
Yes.
purpose of an entrance examination, that the seats are
Yes.
being filled. So right
Yes.
now we are seeing that the previous year counseling is still going on. The stray
Still
vacancy
going on.
has just got over 1 week ago. So and plus in this kind of examination, students appear for counseling. They wait for if whether or not they are getting their desired seats. So they have to wait for the counseling process and then again start the examination studies. So it
Yeah.
becomes very difficult for the students. I would like
I
to yes, sir.
just 1 minute, Rohan. I think the examinations have to be student centric. There is no doubt about it. The examinations are being conducted for the students, and they are meant for the students, so that they know there is no point in having a radiologist who wanted to be a surgeon, or a surgeon who wanted to be a physician for that matter, and a physician who wanted to be a gynecologist. So it is very much their right, the students' right, to keep trying and get the desired result they want to pursue, so that they can perform well in their life and they can give back to the society. So one thing is very clear, that the NEET examination, whenever we say the counseling has a problem, and we say that we try to blame the students, that the students are blocking the seats, I don't think that is a fundamentally right technique of conducting the examination. We cannot blame the student. Students ultimately, somewhere or the other, have a right to look for their future and contribute. I agree fully that by and large this blocking phenomena is restricted to only a few, small size of the students, and it is not a very rampant phenomena. That's also true that no seats should go vacant, because country is already having a shortage of doctors. So therefore, we'll have to look into all these things and come out with better managerial kind of a system, where we can say that the examination is conducted timely, and counseling is done in various phases timely, and the entire matter finishes well in advance, at least 1 week before the admission, and the seats are allocated and the students get admitted. It's very simple. Well, over.
Yes,
Thank you.
exactly. Dr. Lakshya Mittal, what do you feel as a second year postgraduate resident? What are the problems with the National Board of Examination, and why are you again asking for this postponement?
Like to thank Dr. Sunil sir and Rohan sir for inviting. Just आई एम सो जूनियर कि मेरे को बहुत सर प्राउड फील हो रहा है कि मैं आप लोगों से ये डिस्कस करने का मौका मिल रहा है मेरे को सर. तो बेसिकली मैं ग्राउंड लेवल की आपको रियलिटी बता रहा हूँ जो चीज है सर एग्जैक्टली जो मैंने खुद भी फील की है. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल नाउ आई एम सेकंड ईयर रेजिडेंट. सेकंड ईयर जो कि अभी ऑफिशियली हुए नहीं देखा जाए, क्योंकि स्टिल दैट्स व्हाई आई एम डिमांडिंग आल्सो दिस इज आल्सो एन enlistment of the causes why we are why we are in a postponement of the NEET PG 2023. आपने बोला खुद सर कि सारा स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक होना चाहिए, बट जो एनएमसी सर जो चीजें कर रही है ना, दैट आर टोटली स्टूडेंट एंटी स्टूडेंट पॉलिसीज. दे आर मेकिंग एंटी स्टूडेंट पॉलिसीज सर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नीट पीजी आया ही इसलिए था कि वन फॉर वन नेशन कॉन्सेप्ट वाला, वन एग्जाम फॉर वन वन नेशन, एंटायर नेशन के लिए एक ही एग्जाम हो, एक ही जगह बैठे, ताकि जो भी डिस्क्रिपेंसीज हैं वो खत्म की जाए. इसलिए नीट पीजी को सर मेनली लाए गए थे. बट यहाँ पे हो क्या रहा है कि 10,000 इस बार तो सर 10,000 बच्चे इंटर्न्स हैं जो कि बैठ नहीं पा रहे हैं एग्जाम में. तो उसका मतलब रियलिटी मतलब क्या हुआ? जो वन फॉर वन वाला कॉन्सेप्ट था जो नीट पीजी का सर, उसका तो मेरे हिसाब से वो कोई वर्थ इट नहीं है. मतलब जो 10,000 जो बच्चे ही ना बैठ पाए, और इवन मोरएवर सर जो अभी जो एलिजिबल हुए हैं, लेटेस्ट अभी जो अपडेट आया कि एनएमबी ने मिनिस्ट्री के डिसीजन के अकॉर्डिंगली उसको 30th जून कर दिया एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया जो की. तो वो भी सर देखा जाए तो एक 19 सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, 19 सब्जेक्ट्स एमबीबीएस के सर. मेरे मेरे हिसाब से तो सर 40 दिन में पॉसिबल नहीं है कि उसको कोई भी स्टूडेंट इतना ब्रिलियंट, हर कोई तो नहीं होता सर, कोई ना कोई होते हैं, बट हर एक कोई इंसान तो नहीं कर पाएगा कि सारे सब्जेक्ट्स 19 के 19 विद इन 40-50 डेज में वो कंप्लीट करके और एग्जाम दे दे और क्रैक भी कर ले उसको. तो उसलिए सर नीट पीजी एक ये भी बहुत बड़ा रीजन है कि पोस्टपोन तो करना ही चाहिए सर, मतलब किसी भी हालत में. क्योंकि पिछले साल जब 6,000 इंटर्न्स के लिए कर सकती थी गवर्नमेंट, जब इतना कोविड, पूरा ये सर कोविड कैस्केड का खेल है, मैं इसको कोविड कैस्केड बोलूंगा. कोविड आया पिछले साल सर, मार्च में एग्जाम जो था पोस्टेड था, देन इट पोस्टपोन टू मई, जो फिर उसके बाद नवंबर तक वो काउंसलिंग चली, फिर फर्दर होता गया. तो सर मतलब इतना वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम, यूजलेस है सर ये सारा. अभी भी गवर्नमेंट एनएमसी ने क्या, एनएमसी तो सर ऐसी बॉडी है, एनएमसी में मैं कमेंट करूंगा कि वो सुनते ही नहीं है सर किसी की. मतलब इतनी मोनोपोली, जैसे किम जॉन्स में जैसे वहां पे हो रहा है, नॉर्थ वहां पे हो रहा है ना सर, सेम टू सेम एप्लीकेबल है एनएमसी पे। मतलब लिटरली एनएमसी, मतलब एनबी ही है, मिनिस्ट्री है, हर एक इंसान सुनता है सर, हर एक इंसान, हर बॉडी सुनती है, हर एक कुछ ना कुछ सुनता है, कुछ ना कुछ व्यूज की आप रख सकते हो कहीं पे। इंडिया है ही सर डेमोक्रेटिक, इंडिया में आप कुछ भी बोलो। भारत का मेन मुद्दा ये है जी, बाहर बाहर वाले देशों से, तो जब यहाँ पे क्या कहते हैं, एनएमसी को तो जो ऑर्डर दे दिए उसने दे दिए, बस वो पत्थर पे लकीर है। तो क्या कहते हैं, गलत है कोविड कैस्केड जो गेम खेला जा रहा है ये। तो मेंटली सर मेरे पास, मैं लिस्ट कर सकता हूँ कि कितने मेल्स आए हुए हैं, कितने ज्यादा ट्वीट्स सर, मैसेज, डीएम्स आए हुए हैं कितने स्टूडेंट्स के, दे आर डायरेक्टली सर, दे आर मतलब ऐसे बोल रहे हैं कि वी विल सुसाइड, सुसाइडल थॉट्स आ रहे हैं हमारे मन में, क्या करें सर प्लीज। मतलब सर हम मतलब स्पीचलेस हो पा रहे हैं कि क्या, मतलब लिटरली मैं खुद फेस किया हूँ सर ये सब चीजें एक्चुअल में, ग्राउंड रियलिटी में। मतलब रोहन सर हैं, रोहन सर इस चीज से बहुत जुड़े हुए हैं, उस टाइम भी जब हमारा नीट पीजी का पोस्टपोनमेंट का चला था तब से जुड़े हुए हैं। दीपांकर सर थे हमारे यूडीएफए से, सब लोग थे सर, सब लोग सीनियर, सब बहुत अच्छा मिलजुल के सब चीज। मतलब हर बार, पहली बात, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को आना ही क्यों पड़ रहा है, किसी किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, वो खुद एक कॉम्पिटेंट बॉडीज है, एनएमसी, एनबी, इतने इतने मतलब विद्वान लोग मैं कहूंगा कि बैठे हुए हैं वहां पे, सब लोग बैठे हुए हैं, जो आपने सर बोला कि एक जगह बैठ के डिस्कशन करना चाहिए। तो बस वही पॉइंट सर मैं तो आपके आगे एक मतलब रख रहा हूँ सर, जो शायद कि मिस हो गए हो, मिस आउट हो गए हो, मिनिस्ट्री, एनबी, मेरे हिसाब से तो एनएमसी की तरफ से ही हुए हैं सब लोग। मैं तो मेजर मेजर जो यहाँ पे एनएमसी को मानता हूँ कल्प्रिट, जो ये सारा कास्केड, कोविड कास्केड जो गेम खेला है उन्होंने। तो अभी भी मेरे हिसाब से सर इसलिए पोस्टपोन करना तो एक मेजर मतलब नीड ही आ चुकी है कि, और इवन मैनी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स वर लाइक दैट सर, जो आपने बात बोली कि दे वर गोइंग टू कोर्ट फॉर द छोटी छोटी चीजों के लिए। सर ये एक देखा जाए बहुत छोटी छोटी सी चीजें हैं, हर बार मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स ही क्यों सफर कर रहे हैं हमेशा पोस्टपोनमेंट को लेके एग्जाम्स के, या मतलब पहले तो हम लोग सिर्फ इसलिए लड़ते थे कि हमें अटेंडर से जो भी पेशेंट के वो होते थे उनके साथ वालों से, उनसे पिटने का डर होता था। अब ये एक नया खौफ बनता जा रहा है सर, नई जो जूनियर जो नए आ रहे हैं ना सर, नए जो यूथ है, उनमें तो मेडिकल स्ट्रीम को जो मतलब जो मेरे अब जैसे नॉन मेडिकोस जो जूनियर छोटे कजन्स हैं, वो देख के ऐसे डरते हैं कि यार ये मतलब क्या गंदा, मतलब कीचड़ में फंसने वाली बात, जो पंजाबी में सर हमारे कहावत है, कहते हैं भी दलदल च फंस गया, ये थोड़ा मुश्किल ही है वापस। तो वो वाली कंडीशन हो चुकी है सर, वी आर एक्चुअली मतलब ड्रॉनिंग लाइक दैट।
Dr. Sakshi, I'd like to come to you as an NEET PG aspirant. What are your expectations from the national board, from the NMC, and from the ministry?
Thank you, sir. First of all, sir, I completely agree with what Dr. Lakshya sir said. This it's quite often now, sir. Like it has become a cycle for every year. So what normally happens is when a patient comes to the OPD, we first take the history, and then we examine the patient, we write investigation, and then after reading the report and analyzing each and every aspect, we finally come to a diagnosis, and then we decide that this treatment can be given, this treatment should be given, or this procedure should be done. That's what we normally do. But in case of NMC, what happens is without doing any analysis or without knowing the outcome, they just first take the decision. Like they don't see if this eligibility criteria we are setting for students, these many students won't be able to sit in the examination. Or if this date we are going to decide, then these many students are going to get affected. So it's become like a game of every year. Then the students, it causes so much stress and anxiety among medical students. And then we write letters, we go for protest, and after everything, the thing is changed or it's not changed, whatever happens. But there should be an amendment in this act as well, what I feel, sir, because like every year the same story is being repeated, and the same story is being repeated. NMC is seeing it, but still NMC is not like improving the whole scenario. So especially, sir, I feel that NMC should be a little more student friendly, because nowadays students are already suffering with a lot of mental issues. We are seeing so many suicide cases every day. Even today, yesterday also, I came across a student suicided. So every day we are seeing so many suicide cases in the current scenario. We are already struggling with a lot of mental health issues. The NMC should be a little student friendly, and the NEET PG should definitely be postponed, sir, because we there's no point of they conduct exam in the month of March, like 5th March, and then the counseling cannot be started before 30th June, because the internship won't be completed before 13th June. So there's going to be a gap of 4 months, which is completely useless. And obviously, we are not doing anything in that period of time. So better not doing anything, sitting at home. We would get 2 or maybe 3 more months to study, and we can prepare well. And also, if the eligibility criteria is extended to a month, maybe as what Lakshya sir said, 10,000, more than 10,000 students are still ineligible to sit in the examination, like the students of Bihar, the students of MP. So they will also come in the eligibility criteria. They can also sit in the examination. So it will be beneficial for all of us, all the medical students. So my conclusion is that NMC should be a little more student friendly. They should listen to what students says, our views, and then they should take a decision. Rather than then maybe we can all these chaos like it will not be created every year. Yes, sir.
Sir, two things are very clear. Even when I am working in close relationship with the ministry, there is lack of coordination between the health ministry, the National Board of Examination, and the National Medical Commission. Secondly, NMC has emerged with a very feudalistic attitude that whatever has to be done, I will do it, and NMC officials just listen to health minister and nobody else in the health ministry, which I have felt. Actually, NMC is responsible to DGHS as well because it comes under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. But when it comes to taking decisions, it says that it is autonomous body. But when it comes to its outreach, when it comes that when what the students are saying that it is very unapproachable, you're not even allowed to enter the NMC premises. Even I myself have not been allowed to enter the premises when I was going there for NEET PG postponement last year. So NMC has become a very something which is untouchable, which is getting stronger day by day, and which is not listening to anyone. And with this scrapping of National Board of Examination Board, the NBE board, and getting this also into NMC, and NMC becoming a non-electoral body with so much power, and not responsive to anyone else than the minister. Sometimes they have if, they have fights with the minister himself, and they don't listen to him also. In front they say that okay, we'll do it, but on the files it does not seem so. So is it and also I'd like to bring this to this forum that NMC was established to stop corruption, but all the private medical colleges whom CBSC will not give the permission to run CBSC school are getting permission to run medical colleges. I have seen colleges which should not be given and permission to run plus 2 courses are actually running medical colleges. And the surprise is inspection is no more a surprise. Everybody knows about ghost faculty. Every medical colleges know that tomorrow there is going to be their inspection. So where is the credibility of NMC on one hand when it comes to being something which is a non-corrupt body, which is, so much of chaos were created when establishment of NMC was done, and but right now NMC has failed to perform in all its level according to me. Sir, do you think that the NMC does not listen to ministry officials as well? Because even for this issue, I had spoken with the officials of the health ministry, and they were like, "We also want to make it till May, but I do. They don't know whether NMC will agree to it or not." Is this a chronic problem of NMC?
You're asking me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have a different take on this. I feel that the bodies are created to run the system, and the ultimately sometimes what happens is that the systems are ignored, and the personal agendas become much more important. So I feel that's a very bad trend. I feel that without specifying too much on into it, I feel that all of us are responsible and accountable to the system, and the system should be transparent, and the system has to be the target oriented as to what we want to achieve, and we should be able to achieve those systems, those targets. It should not happen that it should become an individualistic agenda, and we should not be infusing too much into the system our own views and stands. And therefore NMC, or the DGHS or any other body must remain answerable to the society and the students, and the students have to be taken into the consideration when the decisions are being taken. I feel it is not a good trend if it is happening that the students' demands are being ignored, and they are not being allowed to enter, or they are not even allowed to have a dialogue. If that is happening, I don't think that's a very right thing to happen. Because ultimately, what is the point of having an examination if the students themselves are not comfortable? And with regard to with regard to the students, if a section of the students are ineligible, there are solutions which are available within the within the system. And if they are not available, those solutions have to be created in order to decrease the stress level amongst the students, and in order to recruit, in order to allow them, these students, a second chance. Otherwise there is no point. It's not like that. Okay, it's like a head or tail. It's not a coin toss. The life of a student depends upon this very exam. As such, the life of the medicos has become very stressful, and therefore whatever body it is, whether it's DGHS, whether it is NMC, whether it is IIT, whether it is National Board of Examination, erstwhile, whatever. So we all have to respond to the needs of the candidates for whom this system has been developed and for whom we are answerable. So we need to sit down again with a dialogue, with an open mind, with a flexibility as to, okay, maybe you may have to conduct two times the examination, but a COVID phenomena is temporary phenomena. This is for sure. However, people have suffered, and their sentiments need to be taken into account. That's what is my feeling. I take on it.
Exactly, sir. Even I agree with you that any body, any association, anything which holds some responsibility in the society should be responsive enough and should be accountable and
Otherwise
should
it's
be
meaningless.
trustworthy.
Otherwise
Otherwise, it's meaningless.
their existence is meaningless. Like,
Mm,
we exist for what? If Safdarjung
exactly.
Hospital, or GTB Hospital, or Malanazad Hospital, or DGHS is existing, we are there as servants. And the same is
Exactly.
true with the NMC. Yeah, if we are not serving, then there's no point in our existence.
Yes, sir. I completely agree with you in this. With this take, we'll wrap up this meeting, and we shall meet again discussing some of the important health issues. And as Dr. Lakshya also told about the mental issues which is being faced, I think that it is quite becoming a very serious issue that so many students, even after getting into postgraduate examination or preparing for NEET PG, so many younger generations are committing suicide, which is something which must be thought upon, which must be taken seriously, because it is not a joke that someone's life is being ended
No,
because
this is
of.
an extremely serious issue. I fully agree that, like, the solutions will come by reviewing the entire scenario, by involving the stakeholders, and doing or amending the things according to the stakeholders. There should be no sufferer. as far as
Exactly. Exactly, sir. Exactly. So, with this, I like to thank Medical Dialogues for giving us their platform for this, and we request the Health Ministry to listen to the pleas of these students and postpone the exam for at least 8 to 10 weeks, so that after exam the counseling
the
process
ministry is
starts.
very responsive. I tell you, our honorable health minister is extremely sensitive. However,
Yeah,
I do not know why there is a communication gap between the two. But I can assure you, I have worked with him. Our health minister and our health secretary are extremely sensitive people, sensitive persons, responsible, very accountable. They think positive. But somewhere, what you have already stated, that some body which is not, kind of a believing in autonomy is the whole issue.
that is what, sir. That is what I also feel, that health ministry usually is very responsive to anything. Even
Yes,
you were very responsive, and they want to do the change, but actually the constitution is such that they cannot do it on their own. They have to take permit. They have to at least get nod from
there
the
is a
other
solution to
associate.
that
And
also.
then,
There is a solution to everything. There is nothing which cannot be solved. Yeah.
सर
With
आप
that,
ऐसे बोलेंगे कल सारे बच्चे आपके पास पहुंच
Sir,
जाएंगे सोल्यूशन मांगने.
that's why, sir,
you're
I
most
would like
welcome.
to
I
ask
tell
one
you,
question.
I tell you, मैं आप देश के फ्यूचर
सर
हो
आपसे
भाई.
ही रेजोल्यूशन
आप
मांगने ही वाला था सर मैं
आप
दैंड
देश
सर
के फ्यूचर
रेजोल्यूशन
हो.
सर
आप
इसका
आपसे कंट्री, आपसे हम हैं, हम आपसे नहीं हैं. You are the ones who are going to take the country forward.
सर प्लीज इसका फिर
सर
रिजॉल्व करवाइए सर. जब
And
30 जून हो गया क्राइटेरिया, तो 31 जुलाई होने में तो कोई बड़ी डील नहीं है सर. और 2-3 महीने पोस्टपोन, जब इतना 5-5 6-6 महीने कोविड हमें इतना करवा सकता है, तो अभी तो सर हमारे स्टूडेंट्स मेंटल हेल्थ की उनकी बात है, तो कितनी सर बड़ी बात है सर. आप प्लीज इसमें इन्वॉल्व होइए
नहीं,
सर.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर, आप
रिक्वेस्ट है
भी
सर
इन्वॉल्व
आपसे.
होइए. एंड विल ट्राई टू टेक द अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ मनसुख मांडविया sir also. we
okay,
will we will we are fighting for this, and we will fight till end. But still, I request all the students from this platform also
yes,
that keep studying. Don't waste your time thinking that it
yes,
will get postponed. We will try, but you guys keep on studying, and let us see what happens. We'll try our level best.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lakshya.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Sakshi. Thank you,
आप ना
everyone.
आप ट्राई करिए एक चिंतन शिविर का. You try to have a चिंतन शिविर on this topic, brainstorming session, an extremely important topic for the country. This is going to solve the issue for the decades together till another fresh problem comes. So
मैं मिलता हूँ सर
ask
आपसे.
the
इसका कुछ
honorable
हम लोग
honorable HFM. He is very
हम्म,
kind, very nice person, and he
हम्म,
listens to debates. He wants the debates. So once the
हम्म.
debates are going, and the debates are materialized into the action plans. So this is a
Yes,
very
yes.
important phenomena which you should talk about.
Yes, I know. Even sir, the Chintan Shivar in Gujarat was
Right,
very holistic and very nice.
right. Thank you very
Uh,
much. Okay.
okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Good
much.
night.
Thank you, sir.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.